The NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Yards that time on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 3rd, gone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. An update now from Northern California, up in Oakland. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw on second down is gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When we talk about Akeem Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff now on second down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Now Goff on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to let this one go. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's got this down to the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Rodgers going to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. They got him in. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tramon Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Look, 20.
from the gun on third down. Goff. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Goff now 6 of 10 in this first down. He's got his guys a first down here. Now it's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Black 20.
On second down, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Goff on third down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
319.
On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Black 20.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
319. 319.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's fine. Yeah.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dominic Easley in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is gone. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
20.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Cut. Like 20.
Out of the gun. Gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jake Ryan able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. The Rams on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
319.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. To throw is gone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down.
Go, sit on! 20!
Back to throw, gone. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
319!
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
258!
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Rodgers now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
319! 319!
On third down, Rodgers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. A big breakdown defensively there on the Fake punt turns into a huge play and a first down. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, it's gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Montgomery hit and the ball is loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it draws. Goff gives to Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. Oh, the spin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
right.
You
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Rodgers now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here.
I'll go over here.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. An update now from Northern California, up in Oakland. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Again they run with Gurley. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Gone. He throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Zerline pulled it. Zerline pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, fourth quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
4 down.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is incomplete. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he gets started.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
3 down. On. 180.
From his goal line here, Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
180.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
120.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, fellas, here we go. Hey. We got 3, we got 9. 20.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Goff going to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers to Montgomery on the draw. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Packers on third down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's got some space here. And he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.